For a lot of people, history is tragically an afterthought. In their eyes, it's destined to be nothing more than someone else's memory. But why do they think this way? All those years in school being hammered over the head with history, and for what? The biggest problem with history is relatability. That is where Italian Neorealism comes in handy. The cinematic movement known as Italian Neorealism is sure to turn a few noses on a superficial level. A complicated couple of words for something not so complicated. But what is Italian Neorealism? Let's break it down word by word. Italian? That's pretty self-explanatory. This movement took place in the boot-shaped country known as Italy immediately after World War II. Now, neorealism is a little trickier. Neo is a word of Greek origin that means new or a revived form of, and realism, in the art sense of the word, refers to an artistic movement that sought to portray the subject matter at hand truthfully and without adding any sort of artistic touch. Combine all these fancy words together and we have a cinematic movement dedicated to portraying a post-war Italy that was slumped into an economic and moral depression. This portrayal is meant to highlight the general Italian psyche at the time, and films of this movement typically reflect everyday life of the Italians, including poverty, oppression, injustice, and desperation. What makes these films truly special is that filming was typically always done on location and with non-professional actors. What we perceive as stories as an audience are everyday realities for the quote-unquote actors in an Italian neorealist film. But where to start? Let's get into some movies. Let's kick things off with what's arguably the most popular Italian neorealist film, The Bicycle Thieves. This film was directed by Vittorio De Sica, and it tells the heart-wrenching story of a father looking to make ends meet for his small and broken family. Being the shining example of Italian neorealist cinema that it is, this film was shot entirely on location in Rome using non-professional actors. The film's lead, Lamberto Maggiorani, was a factory worker, and his son in the movie, played by Enzo Staiola, was cast when director De Sica saw young Staiola selling flowers with his father. Pretty crazy, right? Hungry for more Italian neorealism? Check out some of these recommendations. Let's finish off by circling back to the beginning. Why does Italian neorealism matter? Why not just pick up a history book to learn about the state of Italy after Benito Mussolini's government fell? Why watch a movie? For some, that may very well be enough to learn, but for others, history is difficult because we fail to connect with the past. The true beauty of Italian neorealism is its ability to sympathize and connect with history on an intimate level. Make sure you remember that, because history matters. And that's sadly all the time we have left for this episode. Do you like what you saw? You know what to do. Any suggestions for my next episode? Please tell me in the comments below. You can follow me on Twitter @AdventNick, and you can follow my writing at freshlysqueezelimon.wordpress.com. That about wraps us up, so I'll see you later, YouTube.